What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And wow, there's something I didn't expect to see. Looks like Congress just told the EPA to go F themselves. Interesting. In a move that can only be described as what the F, Congress, the U.S. House, has voted to repeal the Biden administration's tailpipe emission rules. Can we say, please bring back the damn Hemi? I mean, this is great news, even if all but nothing but symbolic, because I guarantee you, even if the Senate was to approve this, that the president would most likely veto it. Now, the Biden administration did give more time back in March as far as the conversion from what he expected for electric vehicles. But let me read this. The U.S. House of Representatives voted narrowly on Friday to repeal clean vehicle rules adopted in March to cut tailpipe emissions by 50% from 2026 levels by 2032. 50%. Like, that's insane. Basically saying it's basically an electric vehicle mandate is what that is. Now, what was interesting was there was 8 Democrats, wow, 8 Democrats that voted on the rule or on the bill. House Republicans said the Environmental Protection Agency's final regulation for light duty and medium vehicles is so stringent it leaves automakers no choice but to ramp up electric vehicle production and would effectively push gas-powered vehicles out of the United States. The White House said President Joe Biden would veto the measure if it is approved by the U.S. Senate. The House voted 215 to 191, with 8 Democrats joining 207 Republicans in support. Republican John James called the rules catastrophic for the auto industry. Well, no shit. Nobody here is against battery electric vehicles, but we're against telling the American people what they can do with their money. I love that. If successful, the measure would repeal the EPA rules and bar it from imposing future regulations. That is the huge thing about this bill is it would effectively shut the EPA down from being able to regulate further, meaning they would not be able to furtherly be any more stringent on exhaust emissions on any vehicle that came out after that date or after that bill, which I am all slow golf clap for. Now, I know you're going to say, TK, you must hate the environment. Listen, I don't know if you know this or not, right? And I'm not going to get into a scientific argument with a bunch of dum-dums in the comment section. But cars put out CO2, right? They do. You know what plants love? CO2. And you know what they make for us? Oxygen. It allows us to breathe. Now, you're going to say, well, don't cars cause emissions and make the air dirty? Yeah, you can get smog in areas if you had hundreds of thousands of cars with no catalytic converters, no nothing on them. Sure. You know, if you're in a high, population area, there could be smog. That happens. But this isn't the 70s. And most vehicles do have catalytic converters on them. And I think that's more than enough. We don't need all this PZEV, all this crap on these cars that make them more expensive to maintain and more expensive to produce. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this story in the comment section down below. I found it very interesting, and I thought I would bring it to you because I saw it, and I just was like, interesting. But I don't think it's going to make it to the president's desk. I don't know if it gets through the Senate unless some of you guys in Michigan are able to convince your senators from Michigan, because it's a very tight margin in the Senate. I think it's still 50-50 or 49-49 because they're missing people on both sides, right? So, depending on how that vote comes down, you could force the Biden administration to have to veto it, which at this point, he doesn't care. He'll be out very soon anyways. But with that said, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.